You know what? I got problem. Today I wake up, suddenly I cannot speak Malay. I can only speak English, but like this. So I want to do this review of this car in Malay, but cannot. My producer made me wear this jacket in this hot sun. I don't know why, he crazy maybe. He gave me jacket but don't give me bow tie. I said, you want to wear a jacket, you must wear bow tie. So today we're going to review this car. And I've been thinking about what to say about this car because I think this is a very strange car. At least for the Malaysian market, this is a very, very strange car. Strange because it's priced at 267,888. It's a 2-litre car, it's a hatchback. So why would you buy this car? Well, of course, there are very many reasons why you should buy the car. Mainly, most people buy it because of this. Mercedes-Benz, in Malaysia, is the achievement car. If you've bought a Mercedes, then you've arrived. So you see, it still has a lot of cachet, this brand, this badge. So maybe that's one of the main reasons why people are willing to pay so much for this car. So whatever it is, let's go take a look around the car and see if the design has any merit. Now, all car manufacturers have their own name for their design language. Mercedes-Benz call their current design language sensual purity. And by that, they mean it has a lot more to do with proportions and clean lines and a lot of calm surfaces. And you can see there's not a lot of surface play on the side. If there are, the gentle slopes and the scallops are all very soft and it's not so aggressive. And you see the car as a whole, it looks very friendly and very elegant. So Mercedes-Benz, because they are a premium brand, so they can take more liberties in terms of the design. So when you see here, it's a car that is quite slow slung and the lines are very coupe-like. There's a sloping roof line which actually compromises some of the headroom inside, but it's okay because this car is all about the looks, and when you look at it, it looks very long and very low. This is probably one of the best looking hatchback in the world, and they are able to do that because they are not so encumbered by such mundane things as practicality and cabin space or boot space. So if you look at this car, it only has like 370 litres. I mean, in terms of boot space, this car loses out to the Myvi. In terms of probably the cabin space, it loses out to things like the Golf and all kinds of hatchbacks. But that's not why you buy this car. True or not? This is the third generation of Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Now, the first generation of Mercedes-Benz A-Class, Mercedes-Benz weren't clear yet as to what it should mean to them because they built the A-Class to bring the age of the average buyer of the Mercedes-Benz lower to attract to younger buyers. Then the car began to look like this. It's a lot slower, low slung, came with big wheels, came big spoilers. That car sold very, very well. From there, they understood that for a premium brand, practicality is almost not a major consideration at all for anybody. Key to the current Mercedes-Benz design is this slanted and rather narrow headlights and this diamond grille. This diamond grille is now a feature of Mercedes-Benz. It makes the grille, I guess, look a little bit more pretty, and they've got a new trapezoidal look to the grille, trapezoidal shape to the grille. It's no longer very, very upright. The only thing that you'll get that's very upright is on the S-Class and on the E-Class. Everything below that, they've got this nice sporty grille. And if you look at the lower part of the bumper, there are no more fog lamps or anything like that because it has this high-performance LED headlamps. There's a bit of chrome under here to just lift it up a bit. And this hole on the side, this actually serves an aerodynamic purpose. It creates an air curtain over the front wheels and that helps reduce the drag a bit. Mercedes-Benz has one very important party trick, and that's the interior. Let's go look at that. Okay, so this is probably the reason why a lot of people buy Mercedes-Benz compared to their competitors. It's because the interior is such a beautiful place. I mean, look at that huge screen and this turbine-style aircon vent and all the nice shiny bits on the steering wheel. It's all a very nice place to be in. I mean, these aircon vents, let me show you. When you light up the car, this car is being set to dawn blue, and you can see the same color right here. And when you change this, it follows here. And if you think this car looks great on the daytime, at night it's even more gorgeous. And it's also quite amazing for me that they have managed to make this feel so solid. Of course, the screen is the killer app for Mercedes-Benz cars these days. Nothing else like it in anywhere else in the auto industry. And when you look at it, it feels very, very special because on the left side, you control everything that you want from the entertainment system. You just press the home button and touch this touchpad. Use this touchpad and it behaves like a mouse pad. I'm happy that Mercedes-Benz has made this a touchscreen as well, while giving you also the option to control it from here. This meter cluster in front of us is also the same. It's purely digital. If you already have a distance indicator or distance marker or distance tracker in front of you, and you already have a cruise control system, why don't you marry the two together and make it active cruise control? After all, you're selling this car at 268,000 ringgit and it has no active cruise control. I mean, Mercedes-Benz is not the only one guilty of this. All the other German brands like BMW is also the same. They don't offer adaptive cruise unless it's a very top-end cars. Okay, so in front here, in the center console, what you have, storage area. There's a USB connector there. And here is also another storage area. Now in terms of space, and of course, you know, I already said just now that this car is not big on practicality, so I have to set the seats at the lowest possible setting for me to get decent headroom. And then of course when you sit very low, you sit further back because your leg is splayed forward a lot, and therefore you have to bring the steering wheel to the furthest maximum position as well, because the steering wheel is adjustable for rake and reach, and this is my setting. Want to look at the back? Nah, of course you don't want to look at the back. If you are worried about the practicality of the back seat, this is not the car for you. Go look at the hatchback. Let's go for a test drive. Right, so this A250, it comes with a 2-litre turbocharged engine. It's a 4-cylinder unit, cranks out 224 horses and 350 newtons of torque. Those numbers are okay. They're not the most performance-oriented numbers you can get. They're healthy numbers, but they're not the most trailblazing of numbers. And what it means is that this car will sprint from standstill to 100 kilometers per hour in 6.2 seconds, and that's quite sprightly for a family hatchback. But what it does come with is this, of course, a more comfortable ride dynamic, which is, I guess, fine, because most people who buy these cars are not going to be going after that anyway. They're mostly going to be driving this car on the highway. And on the highway, this car is going to be just fine. But what it means also is that this car will feel very relaxed when you're driving, especially with the dual clutch 7-speed gearbox. The gear changes are just really quite smooth, and it's almost impossible to notice when it's changing gears. Let me just mention to you that the seats are well proportioned. It also has adjustable lumbar support, which I always appreciate, because, you know, as you get older, you want more lumbar support, and you can adjust there's a lot of range in the lumbar support. That Mercedes-Benz now uses Artico leather for their seats, and the microfiber material is called Dynamica. So one of the nice things about having this fully digital meter cluster is that you can put whatever kind of information you want on it. Not super fast, but fairly decent. Acceleration. So if you want this badge, you're just going to have to choose this car. But the price is where I have a serious problem with this car. It starts to unravel when you look at the 268,000 ringgit price tag. For that kind of money, if this car is better specified, then maybe it's possible for us to look at it and say, yeah, okay, why not? It doesn't even have adaptive cruise control, and it has no blind spot monitoring system. You can get blind spot monitoring system on cars like from Pro 2, for crying out loud. This has no blind spot monitoring system, and we're talking about a brand that is known for trailblazing in safety. They invented so many things for safety in the car, and they don't have that now. And we've asked this of Mercedes-Benz, and I guess the best answer they can give is that it all depends on, you know, balancing between price and features. But this is 268,000 ringgit, and I don't know. If you are into the badge, then I think this car is worth the money, because it is a beautiful looking car. The interior is gorgeous, there's decent acceleration, there's decent performance, and the handling is pretty good. I guess this car is for that very small group of people who wants to buy into the Mercedes habit, and this is their first proper performance Mercedes. Okay, so now it's time to give a score for this car. Oh, siapa pula? Who's calling? Jeremy Clarkson on the phone. Oh, Jeremy.
Sorry, that happens sometimes.
Oh, sihat.
Because when I say silicon carbide.
Ikhlas tu baru try.
Number.
Oh, berapa skor mu nak bagi? Ui, takut benar.
Cool.
Okay, tak apa. Okay. Sorry. Jeremy Clarkson kau kena angkat. Oh, sorry. Oh, Boleh pula cakap Melayu. Anyway, I'm sorry. But today we are speaking in English because this is an English review of the car. And yeah, well, if this car was reviewed by probably Jeremy Clarkson, probably get a really shitty score for that price and the kind of features that it has, or rather don't have. But I'm going to be a bit kind to it. You know why? Because it is, at the end of the day, quite a pretty car. I mean, I like the whole look of it. It now looks low slung, it looks wide, has a very sporty stance. And of course, if you're not a Mercedes fan, maybe you're not so keen on the exterior design. But who can argue with that wonderful and beautiful interior? I mean, the interior of this car is one of the most beautiful in the business right now. And because of that, and because of that badge, I know a lot of people are still going to want this car. And because of that, I think Mercedes-Benz has found that balance where they are mostly peddling to their brand fans, but some people will still want it because it is a Mercedes. And therefore, I'm going to give it a score that reflects that is mostly for the brand fans. It's 6.5 out of 10. Okay, boh. I know you are maybe upset a little bit that I only speak English this time, but don't be upset. We just want to try a new market. Therefore, we're always going to do English version now. But we're also going to do the Malay version. I might also be doing the Malay version also. So it's okay. Nabil, he very funny guy, right? So, you know, nanti we mungkin appear together in the Malay version. So anyway, please tolong share, tolong like macam biasa. And tolong share. Just because kita speak English, kena tolong share juga. Dan tekan bell button lah. Bell button, must press the bell button so that bila kita upload again, you get to watch it very, very quickly. So, how you like? You like, right? Okay, thank you very much.